Good morning, my friends. I think it's about 7:30, 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. It's just starting to rain, so I'm going to make this real short. I did a 1 minute out on our porch before, and you can see we've got some small branches, 4 feet down from the elm tree. And boy, did it knock a lot of the leaves out of the elm tree. Thank goodness the caladiums survived. You can see there's branches down in there as well. But as soon as the sun comes up, that will perk up. The palm frond is from up the street. My caladiums here, the dragon hearts, they survived. That's a wax myrtle tree that belongs to our neighbor, and it's been rotting, and he really hadn't been addressing the issue. So now he'll get to saw that down and hopefully take it off of our steps. There's a hibiscus right behind it that was just nothing but, a little tiny plant, and that looks like it's going to be the surviving perennial there for them. Not really much. Funny how a rock will fall out of place. Those are the Florida pinks, believe it or not, that are growing underneath there. Rick is trying to get a few things done. He had taken those big arbicolas and laid them on their side because they're probably about 80, 90 pounds, and we didn't want that going in any direction. There's one here, and then there's one that goes over here in front of this pink container. My jade plants are in those pink containers, and we had those by the door. Anything else we tried to take down and keep it so that it wasn't a projectile. You can see that a lot of the sand just kind of washed out. Just the fact that we had, they recorded, I think, 89 miles per hour in gusts coming through here, and even my phone 2 o'clock this morning was showing 55 miles an hour. But you see how everything's laying on this direction and has fallen, has been blown that way. That's the way the wind was blowing, is from the what is that, the north, from north coming to the south direction. I just started cleaning up along here. This was all in the driveway. You see we put all the plants were either in the back or Rick had them all against the front door. We actually cut this down. This moringa was probably a good 20 feet. That's probably 9 feet up there. And then the ones we were taking off were probably a good 10, 12 feet. Thank goodness we took all of that off. The plumeria have lost most of their leaves. I think I can't say much else. Sweet potatoes, I planted those a couple days ago. You can see junior and senior held just in place. They were fine. The only thing that really got snapped, and like I said, I'm so glad that we cut that moringa down. This one I had been cutting and taking off some of the larger branches, but you can see that this one snapped, and that's probably about 10, 12 feet hanging off into the preserve. We'll be able to cut that and just either let it go down or try to salvage a little of it. Probably not. I was surprised that this one held. You can see that's probably maybe about 18 feet at the top, something like that. Might be 16. The peach tree seems to be leaning a little bit. I'm not sure what's the deal there. I've picked up a few of the tea plants. We're kind of hanging. You know, that one snapped off, not a big deal. Most of these moringas, you can see, I've cut them back like a week or so ago, knowing that this was going to happen. But you can see even here, you know, you had wind that snapped that little one off. But here, they're already starting to leaf out again. I think I have enough moringa to keep me through the winter. I gave that big staghorn fern, I gave it to the gentleman who fixes our car a few years back. He brought it to me as just a little tiny, like a little piece like this. You can see that's already attached itself. They're incredible plants. Rick took the fountain and disconnected it, but for the most part, I think we survived quite well. We did cut the moringa. This is just some of the branches from the moringa, and we tied those up so that they didn't become any kind of a projectile. It's probably, I'll bet there's 60, 70 pounds of wet, dead weight. So I think we handled it very well. This is the back porch. We just kind of like moved everything here. Most of it's inside, but the storm was coming, southwest, and then it turns around and it goes the other way. So what it doesn't rip off in one direction, it'll rip off in the other. But you can see we had 8 to 9 inches of rain in about 13, 14 hours. And it kind of did nothing more than maybe wash any dirt off the screen, and that was about it. I mean, I think we survived really well. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see this little guy. Can you see that little chameleon? Oops, there he goes. Anyway, he's the little guy on the screen. He's probably only about, an inch. His body's maybe an inch. So I'll leave you with that. I just wanted to let you know. And here's another one. They're in here for safety. I think there's a few frogs hiding in amongst the wind chimes and all the other different things. We won't put any of that up until tomorrow. Rick's anxious. He's trying to get things back, and I'm like, let's just take it easy. Let's just make sure that it's actually out of here. So anyway, I will let you see that we did get a lot of Spanish moss, which I think came more from those pine trees. And I hope everyone else fared as well as we did. I know they've already lost some lives on the West Coast, and we just feel very blessed. We feel very blessed. I hope everyone has a great day, a great weekend coming up, and that you'll watch my video and leave a comment. I love hearing from you. So remember, garden what you've got. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.